Ta Satt, greetings to you, Highlight. Have you ever dreamt of sensing the presence of angels around you? If so, you have come to the right place. My name is Bella Isis Mitchell. I am a New Age medium, and I am not from this world myself. I am Pleiadian and help people with the ascension process, bringing them closer to their own clairvoyant gifts. Today, you won't hear an ordinary presentation about Archangel Chamuel. We will experience one. The angel will be right there with you. I don't know exactly what to expect today, but the Archangel will reveal everything we need to know at the right time. He only gave me the title. Now we will see how our adventure unfolds. I would like to start by introducing how I see and perceive the Archangel as magical beings. Angels and creatures from other dimensions often reveal themselves to people in a way that is right for them. My perception of Archangel Chamuel has changed as I have changed. When I could neither see nor hear, I was left with only one awakened gift, clairsentience, which was reactivated in the awakening process. In my book series, I recount a time when I was deaf and blind and had to rely on two people to act as a translator. It was then that Alora told me how Archangel Chamuel would reveal himself to me. This happened in my sacred space, which I left a long time ago. Yeah, everything has changed. I said to Alora, "He's here, Archangel Chamuel. What does he look like? How is he going to reveal himself to me?" Alora said he would reveal himself as a very handsome man with a short, dark, well-groomed beard. I felt that way too. But today, everything has changed because Archangel Chamuel is revealing himself to me as a crystalline structure. You can imagine that a being resembling a sparkling diamond stands in front of you. However, unlike a diamond, he doesn't radiate straightness. He practically flows. He appears soft, gentle, protective, and extremely beautiful. His face is flawless. He is heaven itself. One of Archangel Chamuel's most important qualities is his omnipresent divine love. Indeed, he is love and mercy in its purest form, and that is exactly what he will make us feel today, he said. The Archangel is now in my room. He manifested next to me while I was still speaking to you. I am lying comfortably on my front in bed with my big cat, and even the female cat is here with us. We are all here now, eagerly waiting to see what happens next. Archangel Chamuel is already transmitting a lot to me energetically. Thanks to my extraterrestrial abilities, I can speak to you and translate Archangel Chamuel's energies simultaneously, even though he hasn't begun to give us direct messages yet. I can do all this at the same time. This ability also lies dormant within you. Feel free to follow me on my adventures and learn how to open and reactivate your own clairvoyance. But now, back to Archangel Chamuel. When I first started seeing him, he appeared to me as a beautiful man with a short black beard and stunning eyes. Archangel Chamuel is currently in the room next to me. I can feel him touching my right temple. Please enter into silence too. If you focus on my words, you may already feel his touch. He is with you in the room. I will give you a moment to sense the beautiful Archangel's presence, and then I will continue speaking to you. Could you feel him? Were you consciously aware of the presence and touch of Archangel Chamuel on your body? The time has come to convey the angel's words. I am now permitted to pass on a message to you. Dear people, it is time to remind you of the crystalline structures of truth. You are all equally crystalline creatures of the All One. When Bella Isis became aware of her crystalline aura, her perception changed. The messenger is a star being who has reactivated her crystalline aura. You can all consciously develop a crystalline aura if you live accordingly and internalize certain aspects. Numerous star children have already incarnated in your human world with a more crystalline aura, but each of you has the potential to reactivate your own crystalline and diamond rays. This benefits both you and the whole of humanity. I will explain why in a moment, but before we proceed, I sense the urgent energies of my protégé, who is telling me that her crystalline structure has been badly damaged and that her soul is currently recovering from serious injuries. Bella Isis has experienced profound trauma and undergone transformative processes in recent months. Now she's wondering how things might have turned out for her. Perhaps some of you feel that things haven't been going so well lately either. Maybe you have experienced feelings of failure or exhaustion, or perhaps you have suffered grief. I see every single one of you, and I know that some of you have also suffered profound trauma. Not all of you, but some of you have. I will address those of you who have suffered trauma separately to offer new perspectives. The Source sent me to those individuals who need signs from heaven to confirm that they are on the right path, as long as they are filled with love and follow their heart. Some of you feel hurt and abandoned, but I tell you, you are never alone, and that is what we will show you today. I am referring to a host of angels, whom I will call upon when we move on to the next part of this contribution. But first, I feel a great need to bring hope to those who are severely traumatized. I assure you, things will get better for all of you. Some things take time. Today, we from the heavenly realms are transmitting crystalline structures to you so that you can more easily ward off dark structures and find your way back to your own power and strength. But first, let us address the next process. I will now return to Bella Isis' original question about the state of her aura. Well, dear child, you can see and read many things for yourself through your clairvoyance. We are both seeing the same picture right now. However, what you cannot see is that your aura, which you have built up by practicing charity, compassion, and kindness, has not completely disappeared. It is merely veiled by a shadow of delusion. You can see why in the vision I just showed you. The shadow will disappear when you understand why it was able to form in the first place. But we have told you that many times already, It is crucial that you recognize this, as is your willingness to get back on your feet despite severe injuries. It is your power, might, and strength that will fend off the darkness. It is the illusion that blinds you. The extreme experiences you have had on the third level have saddened you and your soul and plunged you into grief. Grief is the fog that blinds your senses. Your soul was made to love and find joy. Yet, all I ever hear is that it is often difficult to love in prison. It is up to you, my angel, to dissolve the bars into light, and it is also up to your listeners to rise above the density through their own power, might, and strength, and burst through the bars of your third level. You must try to stand up. It is necessary. Your light is needed. Bella Isis' crystalline aura is still there. It's just covered by a veil. But how did the messenger manage to create her own crystalline aura? The first step was to rediscover and acknowledge her light. Next, she rose from the density and entered higher dimensions, precisely on the timeline you are currently on. Bella Isis reprograms herself positively every day because there are too many manipulative energies floating around in your environment. You can always refocus on the light and withdraw your attention from the darkness. This can be achieved through positive affirmations and beliefs, and you can ascend if you embody energies of pure peace, compassion, kindness, charity, and love for all things. Bella Isis has embraced her virtues and actively lived them every day. Her heart was open, in harmony with all that exists and all that has ever existed. However, a series of unfortunate events caused Bella Isis to partially close her heart to protect herself. It isn't always closed, but she often closes it consciously to endure the conditions on her personal 3D plane. But when the heart is closed, it is difficult and for some impossible to ascend higher. Embrace healing, dear people. Decide to leave your pain behind and move forward. Live with an open heart that vibrates with gratitude, and you will open new doors for yourself as well as for the outside world. You can develop a crystalline aura through constant compassionate action. When your external world tells you that you are radiant, you have achieved external validation. Today, I will introduce the first crystalline structures to people with severe inner wounds, as well as to those who are currently experiencing balance. I will let you experience these structures. I will place my hand on your Anahata chakra and remind you of crystalline structures. If you are experiencing emotional pain, you may initially feel a stapling sensation in your chest. This pain wants to be heard. However, your heart seeks relief from your circumstances. Therefore, I encourage you to give me the opportunity to enrich you both inside and outside with all my love, and to offer you crystalline structures. Remember, though, that these are sustained only through compassion and absolute love. They radiate the full spectrum of colors of all-encompassing love and all colors and forms of the source. They are purity itself, You are purity itself too. Some of you have simply forgotten, but that doesn't mean it isn't there. That's why I told the story earlier about the veil surrounding the Isis. You too can become aware of your own structure and lift the veil. You may recognize and let it go. And that is precisely what I will transmit to you today with the help of my angelic host. First, you will feel pressure in the area around your heart. I will place crystalline structures on you to help your heart remember this. It is often held in delusion after all. I will not embed any structures. You can do that for yourself. I am transmitting crystalline structures to you. Where you place them and what you do with them is entirely up to you, as long as you do so with good intentions. I am merely transmitting impulses and crystalline structures to you. The angelic host is around you, working with angelic light to help you dispel the veils for a moment, so you can recognize how deeply you are trapped in illusion. If you wish, we will help you recognize this. Feel the living touch of the angels around you and let me work with you now, dear people. Receive unconditional love from the angelic realm. When the last note has faded away, we will return to heaven. Our love is with you, Chamuel.